Well, China has sounded a level 4 alert following the devastating flash floods at the Tibet-Nepal border. Authorities are now warning that a newly formed barrier lake created at the confluence of the two rivers faces a high risk of breaching, raising fears of fresh flooding in downstream areas. Well, let me go across to my colleague Pragati Tripathi, who continues to be with us on this broadcast. Pragati, if you can give us an update regarding this particular level 4 alert that has been sounded by China regarding a breach.
Yes, Shavani. China has sounded a level 4 emergency alert in Tibet after identifying a fresh flood threat near the Nepal border. And the immediate concern is a newly formed barrier lake near the confluence of the Kola and Sangpo rivers. Chinese authorities are warning that the natural barrier holding back the water is at a high risk of breaching. If that happens, a sudden surge could move downstream toward already flood-affected areas, and the volume of water trapped behind the barrier is now a major concern. The lake has accumulated around 2 million cubic meters of water, with authorities warning that this could increase to around 3 million cubic meters. That means the pressure on the natural barrier could continue to rise, seizing the possibility of another flash flood. And this warning comes as Nepal is still dealing with the aftermath of the devastating floods along the Tibet-Nepal border. And the timing makes it particularly very serious because the rescue teams on Nepal side are already working in extremely difficult conditions, and a fresh surge of water could put both local communities and rescue personnel at risk. It could also force teams away from riverbanks and vulnerable areas, potentially slowing down the search for people who are still missing. And on the Chinese side, authorities have moved really quickly. Emergency teams have been deployed, and more than 1,000 people, including hundreds of tourists, have reportedly been evacuated from countries close to the Nepal border. And the focus now is continuous monitoring of the barrier lake and looking for for any sign of overtopping, instability, or or an actual breach. And this is an important because barrier lake is in mountain terrain can be extremely unpredictable. The danger is not simply the water already inside the lake. It is the possibility of a sudden release of that water carrying mud, rock and debris downstream,
Right.
and potentially creating another destructive surge, Shivani.
All right. Thank you so much, Pragati, for all that information.